And on top of all this gorgeous bread over here, I also made 2 gluten-free sourdough recipes. This one is a new one. Okay, it's darker in color. Those dark spots here are cheese. It's a olive and garlic recipe, and then I also added cheese. So the really dark spots are the melted cheese. It smells delightful. Oh my goodness. And then I couldn't help myself. I had to try and make another pumpkin sourdough. If you have seen the vlog, I think it's a scatterbrained sourdough vlog where I tried making gluten-free pumpkin sourdough and it came out a little bit underbaked. Well, I tried it again. I baked it for a lot longer this time than I did the last time. But with the sourdough, the gluten-free sourdough, we have to wait 2 hours before we cut into it. Excuse the lighting in the bakery, it's very harsh. But with that all being said, welcome back to another vlog, or welcome if you are new. We are happy to have you. It is my bake week this week, and I started off strong with sourdough. I actually made savory sourdough this time around. It has olives, garlic, cheese, and caraway seeds. And so I'm cooking next week, and I want to serve it with a soup at supper time. I think I'm done for now. So I want to post it on our ladies group that there is savory sourdough in the bakery if they want some. I need about 12 loaves for supper next week, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 33 loaves, so I think I'm good. Fresh sourdough in bakery. Everything is savory. It's all savory. It's all savory. Only savory option. It's savory. Oh, I could do fresh savory sourdough in bakery. It does have olives. Maybe I should say that. Nah, I'll just do fresh savory sourdough in bakery. Boop. Sent. There we go. So I'm gonna head out now. I will be back later to slice the bread and package it. And of course, I do have to cut into the gluten-free and see how it is. I love my gluten-free sourdough. I love sourdough. I love baking. I love cooking. I just love it, but for some reason, my love for it has gotten a lot bigger since I started making gluten-free sourdough. And I'm not mad about it. Okay, let's clean up the bread. Whoa, whoa. There's quite a few that took home some savory sourdough, so I'm glad they like it. And yeah, there's still enough for me to have next week, so it should be fine. But I honestly didn't expect there to be that many people that would like the savory sourdough, but I am glad that they do. So here is the first loaf sliced. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good and savory. The garlic is not too overpowering. It is just wonderful. And then next week, toasted with real butter, served with a soup. It's just gonna be perfect. Soup and sourdough, perfect match. Now for the moment that I have been most excited about, the gluten-free. This one has missing teeth. I'm testing it as if I've never had the taste before and don't know what it's like, but I think the only reason I'm tasting it is because I want bread. It is definitely a little more baked than last time. My problem is probably also cutting it too soon, because the lady said wait 2 to 4 hours before you cut into it. So you know what? With the garlic one, we'll wait. I know the first loaf I made, she said it if you cut into it a little bit too soon, the bread might become a gummy, which I found interesting, but you know what? We'll wait a little bit more with that one. Es ist gut. Es braucht ihr alle. Oh, you gorgeous thing, you. This is gonna be fun. I turned up the heater so I can actually hear you, because with that thing going, it's a little loud. Ugh. Whoa. Whew. To be totally honest with you, I don't think I have ever worn this much pink in my life. I don't mind pink, I don't mind it. But my favorite colors are orange and yellow. Don't forget to poke your bread to get rid of the air bubbles. We don't want air bubbles in our bread. Yes, I do have one singlet bread here. We are supposed to have a few singlet bread pans, but I can't find them. I did ask in our ladies group, so hopefully somebody will know where they are, because this just don't work. I'm now getting ready to bake the bread. I've got the oven preheating, so if the noise you hear in the background, it's a lot louder on the vlog than it is here in the bakery. So sometimes it feels like I have to yell, but the bread is rising nicely. Unfortunately, I could not find the single bun pans, so I had to put it in a pie plate. And I've got this whole big box here because we are making Prune Torte for the Thursday dessert. This is the recipe. I can leave it down below, but they are big. There's two different types of recipes here. They're both very big. If you are somebody that wants a smaller recipe, to be honest, math is not my strong suit, and I don't want to risk making a mistake, posting the recipe, and then you having to deal with said mistake when you try and make the recipe. It is very good. Our people love it. The biggest recipe here says 18 cups pitted prunes. So I might need that. I mean, they were frozen solid. I put them out of the freezer, which is why the whole box is here. I will not, definitely not be needing the whole box. And they're even better frozen. Bigger ones first. Oh, maybe I could put the pie plate. The 1 minute always the longest minute. And this is also the last batch, so this is one off. So I might be done baking bread for this week. There's, how many loaves did I say there were? 32, I think. Whoever wants some can come take some home. They're also going to be taking bread for toasting at breakfast time, and we store it in the freezer so that it lasts longer. And then we just take it out as we need it. So I'm thinking I would be good for this week. So tomorrow I'm not baking, but then again tomorrow I have to be here to prep for the Thursday dessert. This is a loaf from the first batch, and it's cooled well enough already so that I can cut it, and I want to cut it and look at it. Oh, it's gorgeous. And it's so nice and soft. And no air bubbles. No air bubbles. That's why we poke it. This one I'm taking home. My work here is done for now. Of course, I need to come back and clean up the bread, put it into bags, put it into the freezer. Put some of it into the freezer. I'm gonna leave some out here as well. I want to know how long it took me. It's 2:15. So actually, good news. Remember when I said that I don't have a smaller recipe? Well, the thing is, we also have to make one cake that is gluten-free. So I had to have a smaller recipe. So I actually went on Pinterest and I found a smaller recipe, and it has the same ingredients that ours does. The directions are just a little bit different, but I will happily post that for you. I'm actually glad I was able to find one. She also uses different toppings, and she uses a prune buttercream. We don't do that with ours, but if you want to try it, go for it. I'm sure it's good. 4, 8, 16, 20, 24. This needs a lot of prunes. 28, 29, 30 is 2 cups. I'm gonna do another quart because I also have to do for the gluten-free recipe, so I'll do another 4 cups. And the rest, I'll go find a container. Excuse the heater, it is very loud, but the buns are rolled and they're rising very nicely. I will just be running back and forth to check on them, and I probably should spray them once more before I go home so that they don't dry out and don't get a crust. But other than that, I think that's everything for now until I have to bake. And as always, I will leave the buns to cool and give everybody a chance to come take some home, because the weekend buns are really for people to take home. Yes, it's really warm in here. My cheeks are on fire. Oh, okay. I'm thinking I want to go home. I want to grab a cup of coffee, and then I also want to type out the prune torte recipe. Make myself a nice copy because I scribbled notes all over this one, and also type it out so that I can post it underneath this video. So if you're looking for the prune torte recipe, a big one or a small one, they're in the description box. Vinegar. And just like that, we are outside and enjoying the fresh air. Oh, it is so glorious. Somebody threw my rags and my towels into the dryer for me, just so sweet. And now I just gotta wait for a little bit and then clean them up, and then that will be the end of my bake week. I think I'm going to be ending the vlog here. Thank you for spending this week with us, for listening to me yap a lot. And I will see you in the next vlog. If there's anything else that's interesting happening today, or anything that I think you might like, I will include it, but probably not, because it's close to 5 and, well, the day is over. Yeah, I think that's everything now. See you next week in the kitchen, because we're gonna be cooking and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. But yeah, bye. No special